Good evening, I'm Ted Koppel, and this is Nightline. It's a merchandiser's dream, but a nightmare for parents. A toy children want so badly that some parents have resorted to mayhem to get a hold of one. We'll focus tonight on the Cabbage Patch doll phenomenon and the message it may carry for the $9 billion toy industry. Our guests include an official of the company that makes the doll, a father who traveled today from Kansas City to London to get one for his daughter, and writer Ellen Goodman.
This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
Let's be blunt about this thing. Are there more important stories today than the Cabbage Patch doll madness? You bet. Anything that more people are talking about? Possibly, but the answer to that one is not quite as clear. Those squishy dolls have become such a popular item over the last few weeks that consumers are brawling over them, and store managers from Allentown, Pennsylvania to Lawrence, Kansas have decided to either sell the dolls by lottery or give them away to charity, rather than put up with the customer violence. Not wacky enough for you? Well, how about the case of Ed Pennington? That's Ed getting off a London to Kansas City flight this evening. Why did he fly all the way to England? Well, take a look at this and you may have some answer why. That's why, Mr. Pennington. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Now, you got to know that there are a lot of people there who are looking at little Lena right there, who is sitting with her two newest and bestest friends, and who are saying, yeah, I can understand how that crazy man went and did it, but nevertheless, it is a nutty thing to do. You got to realize that, don't you?
Yeah, actually it is. When I arrived in London, people said, you must be insane coming over here to get a Cabbage Patch doll.
Well, I guess it's either that or you're so rich you don't know what to do with your money.
Well, now, you probably got it right the second time. I got so much money, what am I going to do with it?
just tell me about it quickly. What happened when you went to London?
Well, when I arrived this morning, I was met by the Star News, and they had purchased the dolls for me in Bristol because London had sold out. And I was, somewhat kidnapped and taken on a wild goose chase around the city of London because the Star Times wanted an exclusive on the story.
Yeah, and you gave it to them, huh?
I really did.
For the price of a couple of dolls?
Actually, for $5.
$5. What are you doing with the other three?
Well, the other three, I've given one to Channel 9 News here in Kansas City, and the other two dolls I am going to give to kids in the hospital with cerebral palsy or something of the sort.
Well, that's an awfully nice thing of you to do. Lena, do you like those dolls, or is that a stupid question?
I like them.
You like them a whole lot?
Yes.
Have you named either of them yet?
I named one of them.
Yeah, which one did you name?
I named the one that has the yellow hair.
Oh, yeah, and what did you call her?
Miss Tracy.
Now, Lena, I got to ask you something. You told your daddy, I guess, that you wanted one of those dolls almost as much as anything in the world. Why do you want that doll so much?
Because I like it.
Yeah, what is it about that doll that's so much better than any other doll you've ever seen?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, the best thing to do when you don't know something, I guess, is to turn to Mommy. Mommy, do you have any idea what it is about those dolls that are just so wonderful to kids?
I believe it's probably because most of the children have the fascination of and the feeling of taking care of an actual baby. They come with the adoptive papers and birth certificates, and it's quite a unique item at this time.
Now, your husband spent a fair amount of money on flying all the way over to England to pick up those dolls. Do you think it was a worthwhile investment?
Oh, I think it was absolutely worth it. Everyone has been tremendously nice, and we cannot thank ABC enough for sharing this happy experience with us and sharing it with the world.
All right, Mr. Pennington, I've just got one more teeny little question for you.
All right.
Now that Lena's already got those dolls, what are you going to give her for Christmas?
Oh, I'll probably go out and buy an electric train because I'm in love with them and I like to play with them too.
Good for you. All right, listen, Pennington's all, thank you very much. Lena, you take care of those babies, all right?
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
If buying a Cabbage Patch doll is a major undertaking for consumers, people who want to sell them are also having their problems. Standing by now at the Macabob Toy Store in Pasadena, California is the store's owner, Bob Gobrecht. Bob, what's the problem?
We can't get enough of the dolls.
Well, how many have you got?
I have 2 at the moment, and both of those belong to my children. I'm going to give them to them for Christmas.
Why? I mean, you've been in the toy business, what, for 30-some years?
30-some years.
What is it about these dolls, do you think?
I think it's they've got a terrific gimmick this time. The birth certificate, the little diaper that they have, the doll is cute. It's just a cute little thing. Kind of want to cuddle it in there. My wife won't let me do that, but it's just a very cute little doll.
I've got to ask you something, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want you to antagonize any of your customers, but how have people been acting around the store when they come in looking for those dolls?
We've been very fortunate. We haven't had any counters broken or legs broken or people get hit in the head with them. We've sold about 200 of them, all told. We put them out just at intervals. The day after Thanksgiving, we put out 48 of them. They were gone in less than 30 minutes, but it was very orderly.
What do they go for?
We've been lucky. In our store, we've sold them from $26.88 up to $40.
And
It depends upon what my cost is.
well, I mean, I didn't realize they came in different colors. They come in different shapes and sizes?
No, no, no. Our normal price is $40 on it. And I think that's on the West Coast is what most of them are going at, unless they're into the big discount stores, and they'll get them for a little bit less.
You expect to get any more of them between now and Christmas?
I hope to, but I can't guarantee. I'm not keeping any lists or anything. There's no way of knowing.
Okay.
I'd love to have them.
Mr.
You
Gobert?
tell Mr. Pennington he can come out to California, fly out here, and buy his train if he wishes.
I'll tell you what, why don't you fly all the way to Kansas City? Maybe he'll let you buy one of those dolls.
I'm just liable to do that.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
All right.
There have been hot-selling toys that seem to dominate the market in many a Christmas past, but the Cabbage Patch dolls apparently strike a very special emotional chord. Nightline correspondent James Walker has a report on what makes these dolls so wanted and on how it all began.
Ah, Christmas. A time of sharing. A time of peace. And of brotherly love. Ah, Christmas. What is going on here? People are fighting over something that's become hotter than Santa Claus, the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Hi, welcome to Babyland. Have you met the babies before?
Babyland General, if anyone doesn't yet know, is where the kids originally came from. They're the brainchild of 28-year-old Xavier Roberts, an artist-turned-businessman who treats them like real kids.
I gave them a personality, and then they came to life.
How did you give them a personality?
Well, each one was different, and things that they liked. If they liked pets, some were shy, some were always into trouble. The redheads usually have tempers.
Dr. Davis, report to delivery. We have a cabbage in labor. Dr. Norris, assist, staff.
At Babyland General, the kids are not manufactured.
Okay, and we'll need these scissors. Go down in.
They're born.
It's a little boy. Do you want to help name him?
Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Babyland General is proud to announce the successful delivery of a baby boy.
And they're not sold, they're adopted.
After meeting the special Cabbage Patch Kid,
after meeting the special Cabbage Patch Kid
and learning of her needs,
I
want to make the major commitment of becoming a good parent to her.
Adoption fees for these originals start at $125, and there have been so many adoptions, over 300,000, that it caught the attention of the giant Coleco Corporation. Coleco has bought into the Cabbage Patch and has begun mass-producing the kids, up to 3 million of them this year, and selling them for about $20 a piece.
They're each one of a kind. They're Cabbage Patch Kids. You can give them all your love.
Cabbage Patch Kids are each sold separately. Each doll comes with a pretend birth certificate and adoption papers.
The pitch works so well, Coleco can't meet the demand. Customers have caused riots and in some cases injuries. And now the commercials have been taken off television. So what is the big deal about the Cabbage Patch Kids? Why the enormous demand? After all, it's only a doll. Will you explain something to me? What is so popular about these Cabbage Patch Kids?
Well, they're cute and they're fun to play with.
Child psychologists have their own theories.
I think the doll is interesting and important to children because of some of the paperwork that accompanies it. The paperwork constitutes a legitimation of the doll. The doll is registered. The doll is certified publicly. And that gives the doll a kind of reality. It gives it the reality almost of a person.
You can have all the psychologists in the world try to analyze it, and they're not going to have it, they're not going to find the right answer, except people like them, and they identify with them because they're not perfect.
Robert's success caught the competitive toy industry by surprise. Last year, video games were the big winners. This year, sales for toys and dolls have rebounded. Cabbage Patch, Care Bears, and a new dollhouse for Strawberry Shortcake. The executives who make their living trying to second-guess children have already developed new products for next Christmas. Now at the Kenner Company, they're concentrating on 1985.
If there's a way that through this wonderful fantasy thing that we could, you know, how do you do a house for Grumpy, maybe?
Because toys have become a $9 billion industry, there is lots of secrecy. Take the Marvin Glass Company in Chicago, a toy think tank.
Why will nobody talk about what goes on in there?
Well, the main reason is because I guess there's espionage going on in the toy industry too, you know.
But Xavier Roberts says there's nothing to it.
So it's kind of amazing to sit back and laugh. The bankers told me that it wouldn't work.
Bankers told you that?
When I first got started. And I used a credit card, a Visa card. It's my credit limit, and that's what I use to buy supplies until it got canceled. But I guess today I have a Gold American Express card.
No doubt Roberts has gone back to the Cabbage Patch for ideas for Christmases of the future. But he says he'll stick with his basic formula. It's a gimmick with heart.
Now, each baby is gently stamped or signed on their bottoms. Some do have diaper rash. And they all have the outie belly button where they're gently clipped from the Cabbage Patch. Do you want to hold this, babe? You can carry him with you if you'd like.
Donna, congratulations, it's a girl.
This is James Walker for Nightline in Cleveland, Georgia.
When we return, we'll try to recover from this terminal case of the cutes as we talk with a Coleco Company vice president about the stunning public demand for the company's Cabbage Patch dolls. Also, a toy industry specialist for the Wall Street Journal will tell us about the impact of the doll sales on Coleco's business and other toy companies. And later, Family Affairs columnist Ellen Goodman will be along with some observations on the Cabbage Patch boom.
Oh no, forgot my keys. I gotta get to that phone. Maytag watches are built to last longer and need fewer repairs. I don't get too many calls. Maytag repairman. Mom! Oh, you called because you thought I might be lonely, huh? No problem, Mom.
Not all Maytag repairmen are this lonely, but we're trying. Maytag. The dependability people.
In a dark forest where dappled sunlight reflects on chilling waters of the Rhine, there is a Black Tower. Black Tower, the brilliantly distinct white wine. Light, soft, with a golden burst of flavor from a happy mingling of grape and earth and sun. Black Tower, the imported white wine, in the towering black bottle. Because the taste so impressive, the bottle had to be too. Black Tower, the white wine in the black bottle.
Daddy, I don't know what to get Mommy for Christmas.
Honey, we're looking in the right place. The Audio Systems Gift Guide. It has something for everybody. All the latest Sony equipment, video recorders, stereos for the home, car stereos you can take with you like the Walkman, and televisions, including the new Watchman.
Daddy, can I order my front teeth from Audio Systems?
The Audio Systems Gift Guide. Something for everybody.
Wonderful Waterbeds presents The Way It Was. Remember the bug? They laughed. Then they stood in line to buy it. Remember the first waterbed? They laughed at them too. Today, you wouldn't recognize either. Would you believe this modern sleep innovation is one of our waterbeds, complete with full temperature control, reduced motion, full body support? For a deeper, more restful sleep, come to Wonderful Waterbeds. What we sell is a good night's sleep.
Peter Jennings, a dedicated and accomplished newsman. Tomorrow, the plight of middle-class Americans who are now chronically unemployed.
I found out today that there's nothing secure.
How do people used to the good life cope with unemployment? Peter Jennings reports from Chicago tomorrow on ABC's World News Tonight.
Joining us now in our New York studios is Alfred Kahn, Senior Vice President for Marketing for Coleco Industries, manufacturer of the Cabbage Patch dolls, and Stephen Sansweet, staff reporter for the Wall Street Journal, who follows the toy industry and is also a toy collector. Stephen, this morning in the Wall Street Journal, I read a piece of yours in which you suggested that one of Coleco's great competitors is probably staying afloat only because of the Barbie doll. What's happening with I mean, you're an analyst of what's going on in the toy market. What's happening with the return to the dolls?
Well, the toy market this year has been very strange. It's going back to the basics. After a real romance for a couple of years with electronic toys and games, people are getting tired of it much faster than the industry expected them to, and people are now buying the dolls, they're buying the trucks, they're buying the stuffed animals again. So we're seeing a real return to basics. The companies that invested heavily in electronics are having a hard time.
Like Coleco?
Coleco has done well. Coleco came in with a third-generation video game at just the right time. It did very well with it. There's nothing on the market that really surpasses it for graphics. Now they're having a bit of a questionable time because of their Atom home computer. A home computer they promised originally to have about 400,000 or 500,000 out in the stores by the end of the year, but have had some technical problems in delivering. This is one of the problems Mattel had all along, too.
Alcon, what is this going to mean in terms of money to Coleco? How much money does Coleco expect to make this year off these dolls?
Well, our profit margins on the dolls are about 10% after taxes, but the key is that the dolls are setting us up as a full-line marketing company that isn't just dependent on electronics the way it has been perceived, but is also highly involved in R&D on new toy acquisitions and new toy opportunities to give us a more balanced business mix.
Give me and I realize that when manna falls from heaven, you don't question why it does, you just gratefully accept it, but it has clearly fallen on Coleco with these Cabbage Patch dolls. Have you got any professional insight? What's so great about these dolls?
Of course. We have a lot of insight, just
Everybody
not a lot of
does
dolls.
afterwards,
right?
right?
Yeah. I think the key is for us, at least for me, when we found it originally, when I saw it in Georgia, it was the fact that they reminded me of real children, that they weren't very, very attractive, they weren't very, very aggressive, they were very, very vulnerable, and with their hands out extended the way they are, I think I wanted to pick one up, and I'm obviously not a doll aficionado from a personal standpoint, but these seem to bring out the mothering and fathering instincts of anybody that comes near them, and that means adults as well as children.
Now, what about the paperwork that goes with it, which some people seem to feel has as much to do with it as the cuteness of the dolls?
Well, what the paperwork does, the adoption certificate and the birth certificates do, is legitimize the fact that each one is a one-of-a-kind doll. Each one has its own name, its own personality profile, and it's a further bonding between the doll and its adoptive parents. And I think that the kids today obviously are fascinated with the idea that this particular baby that they select is one that's really just for them and not for anyone else.
Steve, give me a bit of an insight into the toy industry. One would think that a Coleco at a time like this, or other toy manufacturers, would, as quickly as they possibly could, turn out 15 jillion of these things or lookalikes. How fast can they do something like that?
You will see 15 jillion lookalikes by January or February. I think this has come so close to the Christmas season that it's going to be very difficult for the factories in Taiwan and Korea to turn out replicas, very similar replicas anyway. And in fact, Coleco is trying to gear up its production overseas. So most of the factories that are ready to do something like this will probably be producing the dolls for Coleco.
All right, wait 1 second. Mr. Khan, you mean to say that this Cabbage Patch is in Seoul, in Hong Kong? Where? I thought these things came straight out of Georgia.
No, Mr. Copo, let me explain that the obviously demand and the number of Cabbage Patches available in Georgia has been really totally exhausted, and we had to go to a more fertile territory, which was in the Far East. As you know, it's a rainy season, good for cabbage growth. We set up many Cabbage Patch factories there. The dolls are then assembled there, sent to our plants in Amsterdam, New York. Each one now is being flown in, first class, on 747 jetliners. They're brought to our factories where they're checked, inspected, the paperwork is added, and we kiss them goodbye and send them on their way to a neighborhood toy store.
Mr. Khan, you've been able to keep a straight face throughout all of this. The safest thing I can do at this point is thank you and wish you well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Sansweet. In a moment, we'll be joined in our discussion by columnist Ellen Goodman.
New and improved Handy Wrap 2 introduces Cling Plus.
Oh, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that cling. Do-rap, do-rap, do-rap.
Oh, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that cling. Do-rap, 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 do-rap.
Handy Wrap 2 with Cling Plus has twice as much cling as before, so it seals tighter to seal in freshness and flavor longer.
Oh, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that cling.
New and improved Handy Wrap 2, it's a must to have that Cling Plus.
The next time you make a long-distance business call, think about this.
Long distance is important to every business, and only one long-distance company can connect you with anyone, anywhere in the world. AT&T. We can custom design a network for you and help increase productivity and manage costs. That's enough to satisfy any business, even accounting. AT&T, we're what you call long distance.
Only the Rax Potato Patch has so many delicious choices.
Broccoli and cheese, barbecued beef.
Some people have trouble making a decision.
Bacon and cheese.
Fluffy baked potatoes.
Stroganoff.
With 5 untoppable toppings.
Wow, what's that?
That's the new Rax Mexican potato with beef, lettuce, peppers, tomatoes, zesty sauce, and shredded cheddar topped with sour cream. Well, what do you think?
Great. Muy buena. Deliciosa. Es sabrosa.
I'd rather Rex, wouldn't you?
Have you ever wondered what a diamond really looks like up close? Or have you ever wondered why the diamond salesman asks you to look at the diamond through a little loop that you have no idea how to use? Or have you ever wondered why so many jewelry stores don't carry many diamonds? When they show you a diamond at Ashley Jewelers through their GI microscope, it will look about this size. You'll see everything there is to see, and there will be lots of loose diamonds to choose from. Don't sacrifice quality to save money. Take the short drive to Ashley Jewelers in Brentwood and experience a whole new concept in fine jewelry.
Hey, Vern, I didn't know you was coming to the Christmas parade. Vern, you should have talked to Ernest first, know what I mean? We'd a carpool, buddy. This is going to be great. They got you band. They got you clowns. They've got you everything, Vern, even them 300 little baton twirlers, know what I mean? And it's just in the time of nick, know what I mean?
Watch live coverage of the 1983 Christmas Parade with Terry Merriman and Bob Williams Sunday at 1:30 on Channel 2.
I'm David Hartman. Tomorrow, Senator Gary Hart, also Loretta Swett and Catherine Deneuve. Next week, a rare interview with Al Pacino on Good Morning America.
When you begin your day before Good Morning America,
wake up with ABC's World News this morning.
Ellen Goodman, author and syndicated columnist for the Boston Globe, frequently writes about family matters, and while doll adoption is not one of her prime topics, she agreed to address it tonight. All right, Goodman, I didn't have the heart. You dump on the cute little devils.
You're making me into the resident Scrooge tonight. I think they're engaging little dolls, but I must tell you, I find something just a little phony about them.
Just a little?
just a lot. It seems to me, you know, listening to everybody talking about the uniqueness of the doll, what is the gimmick here? The gimmick is that they have made something which appears to be unique, that they have mass-produced individuality. And that is something, I find it really interesting, because this is a society which on the one hand is a mass-produced, high-tech society, and on the other hand is a high premium on individualism. So we have these little dolls who are teeny-weeny bits different from each other, and then we think we each have our own. It's a little bit like the Burger King ads, if you've been watching them. You know, they keep saying, we'll do it your way. We'll put lettuce or tomato, but basically they're selling us the hamburger, and this doll is the hamburger.
All right, but what this also is, I mean, you can't blame Coleco. They're doing what Coleco is supposed to do, and you can't blame the guy down in Georgia. I mean, he's making $1 million, and God bless him. But what about those of us who are buying it? It says something about mass hysteria, doesn't it? Because I get the feeling that a lot of people want them simply because they think everybody else wants them.
Oh, sure. It's the E.T. syndrome. It goes all the way back to the Shirley Temple doll, I'm sure, in that sense. But what makes them want this doll? And I think it really is, in part, the notion that they're getting something that is, I mean, it's a completely conformist kind of thing, that we're all going after the same doll. Yet within it, they're selling it to us as if each one is different. So we have this kind of disparity, which is kind of mass-produced conformity.
All right, go out on a limb, Ellen Goodman. Tell me how long these dolls are going to remain popular. The toy industry will love you for it.
Oh, my guess, and I think they're engaging, you know, and they're really cute little things, but my guess is it's got a half-life of about 6 months.
And then what?
And then they will be replaced by next year's phenomenon. This is a supply and demand phenomenon, in part. I don't know if they'll actually sell more than E.T.s or whatever, or certainly Barbie dolls. Frankly, I like them better than Barbie dolls, which are a kind of clone doll. This you would have to call the genetically engineered doll, maybe.
All right. Ellen Goodman, thanks very much for joining us. And that's it on the Cabbage Patch dolls, I guess. I'll be back in a moment.
I'm looking for great-fitting jeans.
Try Lee jeans.
Fit and comfort, a perfect match.
Kathy, all you have to do is look for the patch.
Lee jeans, the brand that fits.
A Christmas gift from Radio Shack.
I finally found a way to talk to my kids this Christmas. I gave them Radio Shack's Space Patrol walkie-talkies. They're terrific outdoor fun. They have flexible antennas to withstand rugged use and built-in Morse code keys with the code alphabet on the front so they can talk or send messages in code. Kids got walkie-talkies, and so did I. Okay, troops, time for lunch.
Space Patrol walkie-talkies, $9.95, only at Radio Shack.
Because we've stocked too many gifts for Christmas, Zales presents a grand holiday offering. Take note of diamond solitaires at 25% off original prices. Bring in the holidays with solitaire pendants and earrings and diamond fashion rings at 33% off. Jingle all the way with golden stocking stuffers at 50% off. So shop Zales' grand holiday offering and save 25 to 50%. Zales, the diamond store, is all you need to know for Christmas.
The sights and sounds of Christmas can be experienced in the mall at Green Hills this holiday season. Take a stroll through the extensive collection of stores designed to meet your gift-giving needs. The standard of excellence you expect when selecting the perfect gift can be found in one convenient location. Exciting, unique, diverse, the mall at Green Hills for your Christmas shopping pleasure. Enjoy special holiday hours 9:30 to 9:30 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 7 on Sunday.
Tomorrow on World News Tonight, Peter Jennings brings us back to reality and reports on the chronically unemployed, why some people, even in an improving economy, can't find jobs. That's our report for tonight. I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been ABC News Nightline. For those those of you who wish to obtain a transcript of tonight's broadcast, send $2 to Nightline, Box 234, Ansonia Station, New York, New York, 10023. Nightline is a presentation of ABC News.
Friday,